Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining our sharing session today. My name is Hadi. I'm part of the client investment specialist team. And sitting with me here today is Mark. He's an experienced CIS, client investment specialist, in providing investment strategies. And today we'll be discussing the art of selling.
Yes, thank you very much, Hadi, and welcome everyone. Selling investment could be a complex and interesting process. Okay, I believe in that. And today we will explore the strategies that make you an informed decision, and also including the concept of rebalancing. So before we move on, let me share the disclaimer. Okay, as usual. So all the informations and then the example shown here is for the is illustrations only, okay? And then let's say if you really want to tap into that market or something, you have to go through the prospectus or relevant documents or seek our advisory from our client investment specialist before proceed further. Okay.
Okay, Mark. I remember last year you suggested a portfolio to me, and I noticed it has been doing pretty well, with some of the funds even up by 30%. But with all these unrealized profits, okay, I'm unsure on what to do with my profits now. Should I sell it off and sell everything off and put it in another fund, or hold it in cash? Can you share any selling investment strategies?
Yes, Adi. So it's a great question, and it's good to see that there is a green about 30%, right? Okay, so when coming to selling strategy, okay, it's actually will help investor to first lock in the profit, okay, and followed by manage your risk, which is sometimes we miss out that part, okay, and also will be aligned back the portfolio as per your financial goal. So without a clear strategy, most of the time, right, the emotion can drive your decision. Okay, and then it will lead to your unfavorable decision or situation. So I believe that this is quite familiar to all of you, okay, which is whenever you are already in the market, you will go through these emotions, when to buy, when to sell. Okay, after you listen to a lot of talks and sharings, oh, market is good, but I'm already in a red, how? Or maybe they say market is not good, but my portfolio is in a green, so what should I do? Okay, so all these, right, with the with the selling strategies, right, it will help you to take a decision without touching your emotions.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely see how my emotions would definitely affect my investment decision. So, can you share with us now some basic strategies that could be helpful in terms of selling my investments?
Sure. So I will cover here about 3 basic strategies on the selling investment. So first one will be the lock in the profit. Okay, we call profit locking selling. So as it basically is that you are sell the portion of your funds which is already gained certain percentage, and then you are park another area. Okay, so I will go a bit detail in this part. Okay, so for example, you are invested in one fund. Okay, normally we suggest you invest based on a portfolio, but for this illustration, I give a fund. Okay, you invest in the fund A, and then initially you start with 1,000. After that, right, due to the market move very good, and your funds become 1,500 ringgit, and then it means that your profit is about 500. Right, it's good. Okay, then what you can do that instead of selling all, you can park your profit. You can park your profit in another place while you can remain your initial capital in that particular fund. So the profit, right, you can park under money market funds or other funds. Okay, but again, you have to review the allocations. Is it in line with your risk profile or not? So mainly these strategies, right, is to secure your gain, because if let's say market reverse, it won't affect your gains actually. Yeah.
Okay. So from this part, I understand that this strategy will help me to make me have an objective mindset and also ensure a disciplined investment approach.
Correct.
Correct.
Yes, correct. So because this is systematically will create a discipline approach, because if the fund is performing and I can see my portfolio is green, why must I sell? Right? So this is emotion will affect you when you see the green. So this will help you for that discipline approach, right? Okay, next will be the risk management selling. Okay, so this one is more on the risk level, where if you see that with this, for example, the fund volatility exceed the risk tolerance of your own profile, okay, and probably is the market unfavorable. So there is a point where you can do this sellings of the to manage your overall risk. Okay, so the goal is to actually protect your portfolio from a significant losses.
Okay. So this strategy ensure that I'm managing my risks and not expose myself to unexpected volatility or risks that I'm not comfortable with.
Yes, right, correct. So the third one will be a goal alignment selling. Okay, so this is strategies to ensure that your investment remain aligned with your goals. Okay, what I say, so we are human, and things are subjective. Within a year, your lifestyle or probably your commitments or your risk appetite will be is changed, right? As per how the market change. So when you over the time, when you do keep on doing these strategies, right, to align back to your portfolio, okay, it's become a pattern. So it's become a pattern, and it will improve your overall portfolio performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So goal alignment selling. So just like the name suggests, it ensures that we regularly reassess our portfolio and ensure that portfolio is always aligned with our investment objectives.
Yes, right. So that's the ultimate strategy of a selling strategy. So it will help you achieve the three objectives. First one will be lock your profit. Second is risk management of your overall portfolio. And third one, make your investment in line with your risk profiling. Yeah.
Okay, so you have a strategy that can combine all of this into one?
Correct. Yeah.
Can we share?
Yeah. So that's what we call it as a rebalancing. Yes. So this rebalancing can cover all these three. So probably I can go a bit further into the rebalancing. What is rebalancing? Okay. So I believe that mostly you heard what is rebalancing, right? So mainly, right, technically it's something like you align your weightage of your portfolio, okay, which is those are performing funds or area, you will sell this profit and park under other like income funds or probably under the underperforming funds. Okay, maybe I give some illustration to give a more clearer picture. Okay, so for example, right, okay, you are planning a road trip, okay, from Kuala Lumpur to Johor. Okay, your car is ready, your GPS is set, you are on the journey to Johor. Okay, so similar, right? You plan your portfolio and you start in your investment, right? Okay, then normally for your investment, right? So you will choose a quite reliable car, okay, and same go for unit trust. You will find a quite good funds, right, to include in your portfolio. At the same time, you want your car to be a fuel efficient, okay, and comfortable and a reliable car. Similarly, for funds, you will try to find a stable funds, okay, and you want a like well performs, giving a good return funds. So I hope this one's quite similar to illustrate, right? Okay, so then the highway, right? Imagine as a market, okay, it's a market. So sometimes you see the road will be very smooth, you can cruise your car effortlessly. And sometimes, right, it will be roadblocks or accidents or something is an unexpected twist. So similar in the market, right? Sometimes it will be very stable and sometimes it will be volatile, which will affect your overall funds, overall portfolio performance. Yeah. So we go a bit further in this. Okay. Assume that in the highway, suddenly there is a heavy traffic, okay, due to an accident. So you're on the way to Johor. Okay. So normally your GPS will show you that, okay, you will take a longer hours to reach and all. And sometimes it will show you a alternative route, right? So similarly, when come to investment, this rebalancing will help you on your alternatives actually, right? Understand? So, sorry.
So okay, this illustration, the highway is like the market,
Yep.
which is full of uncertainties.
Right.
From your example of the roadblocks or the potholes.
Yep.
So, as an investor, using this illustration, we always need to perform rebalancing on our portfolio to ensure that our journey to our investment goal is smooth.
Yes,
That's
right.
correct.
Correct. But sometimes, what will happen? Let's say the traffic predicted to be prolonged for long hours. Imagine you are going to reach in 2 hours, suppose, but the GPS show that it will take 7 hours or 8 hours. Are you will stay in that highway for that long hours? Definitely no, right? So normally what we do, we try to find a earlier exit in order for you to take a break, take a rest, okay? Park your car, eat. Then after that, you want to strategize again your journey again to the destination, right? So similarly, when come to investments, okay, it's fine and it's wise to sometimes you exit from certain areas and park your money in a safer, or I can say like a less volatile products, okay? Something like a cash solutions. I believe that in morning there is a few features that been shared like a USD auto sweep, cash accounts, money market funds or low risk bonds. So you're able to park in all these area. Then once you are ready, you can tap into the market again to enhance your portfolio returns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So just like when we are making our way to our destination,
Yep.
We will go for R&R or rest stop.
Yep.
In terms of investment, it's similar whereby we would park our profit to a safer product.
Yes, correct.
Like a USD auto sweep or a cash account.
Yes, right. So as how you maintain your car, okay, you will check your oil, tires, and maintenance and all, right? Similarly, when come to investment, you have to do a regular reviews, whether it's in line with your risk profile or not. Okay, maybe it's a performing fund, it's a good fund, but is it suitable for you or not? So you have to review on this part in order for you to have a smooth investment journey.
Okay,
Yep.
understood. So, essentially, from this illustration that you just shared, the car represents your portfolio.
Yep.
The road or the highway is like the market,
Right.
And over time, as we use the car, we regularly have to conduct maintenance on the car. But in regards to investment, it's almost like we have to perform rebalances and regular monitoring, correct, on the portfolio.
Exactly. Yeah, right. So probably I can give some case studies to show you. Okay. So for example here, okay, is assume that all of you like a balanced portfolio. Okay, balanced portfolio, normally we say that 50% you can tap into the equities market and balance 50% into the bond market. Okay. Then when the market rally, there will be a changes in the allocation. Then how you going to do to come back to your origin. Okay. So I show you here. So assume that on the first year, you got a 50%. Okay, you're a balanced investor. Down the road, 1 year, the percentage of the equity you see is increased to 65%. I mean, this is an example for 2 years. Okay, 65%. And then you have 35% into the fixed income. It's look normal, but actually, right, it's actually already become a moderately aggressive, close to moderately aggressive, which is increase your portfolio risk without you didn't do anything actually. So let's say if you're okay with the, I mean, if you're okay for you to take the risk, is never mind, okay? But let's say if you check back your risk profiling, if not suitable, means you have to do some rebalancing in order for you to come back to your initial, which is 50-50.
Okay, understood.
Yeah. So I also can give you one more example here, okay? So just to let you know, the allocations here is just for illustrations, okay? So it's not a recommended one. So you must go through the risk profiling and all in order to understand your asset allocation. So imagine that your initial allocation, developed market is 20%, fixed income is 30%, and Malaysia equity 20%, and then Asia ex-Japan is 30%. Okay, probably in each regions, probably you have a 1 or 2 funds. Okay, this is for illustration. I just put percentage. Okay, then after 1 year or 2 year, okay, then the allocation change like this. Okay, if you just we compare the Asia ex-Japan 30 to become 35, and then a Malaysian equity from 20 to 15. It doesn't mean that Malaysia market not perform. It means that your portion for the Asia X Japan is outperform the Malaysia market. Okay, so if the market is still attractive, that region is still attractive, the fund are still doing better than their peers. So means you can do rebalancing in order for you to come back to the initial stage. So every time you will do review, we will go through three process: risk profiling, the asset allocations, see the attractiveness of the market, and also within the attractiveness whether the fund is good to go in or you have to change or not. So is that's where strategy of selling will be really helpful.
Okay, understood.
Yep.
I think the idea of rebalancing is quite straightforward.
Yep.
From how you explain it. Now, is there any practical tools or tips or maybe certain rule of thumb that I can apply in performing rebalances?
Yeah, sure. So there is a few practical tips for rebalancing. Okay, sometimes need some efforts that you have to do quite frequent, but along the way you will really benefited from here, because from when we engage with the clients, right, we can see certain clients, right, really do rebalancing from time to time. Okay, the tips will be, the first one will be set a review schedule. Okay, so normally we suggested will be at least half a year, 6 months once, or annually. Okay, but it's not applicable to everyone. Sometimes due to the market changes, probably you have to do quite frequent. Okay, so like ad hoc a review, and you see whether the funds are within your risk profiles or maybe your risk appetites or not. Okay, the second one will be you have to establish certain threshold. So it will be subjective for each of you, will be different. Okay, so let's say for example, okay, after 5 to 10% probably I want to review again, gain or loss. Okay, you can set up a trigger point. It's considered like trigger point. Okay, you can trigger these settings, and then you can do a review accordingly. Yeah, and then third one will be you have to take note that switchings from one fund to one fund. So when you do rebalancing, right, you have to switch to another fund, let's say, is have a costing. Okay, so you have to remember that when there is a switching or something, there is a cost. So how is work? So in our platform, there is a switching calculator. Okay, switching calculator, where you can do the switching calculation before you execute. So normally when you switch from one fund to another fund, there will be a sales charge. But let's say if you're switching within the same fund, normally there is a no sales charge, or sometimes certain fund have a switching fee. So where you to find? So you can do under switching calculator. You just have to key in from what fund to one fund. This is just example, okay? So what fund to one fund, then you put how much is your amount that you want to do switching. Then it will calculate and show you how much is the fee, is there any lag times. All this information can find in our switching calculator. This one available to everyone. Okay, it's applicable to everyone. Okay, then next will be the credit point system. Okay, credit point system. Okay, just now I mentioned there is a fee, right, when you do switching. Okay, but let's say if you do within same fund house. Okay, so in FSMOne, there is a credit point system that you can use, where let's say if you do switching within fund house, we call an intra switch from equity to bond. Then you will gain some points. That points, right, later on you can utilize for switching from bond to equity again. So this credit point system is quite helpful for you to do rebalancing actually.
Okay, so in FSMOne, there's a mechanism where if you switch your money from one fund to another fund, you'll get credit points. And that credit points will be used to waive off any future sales charge.
Yes, right. Especially for switching within the fund house. Okay. So for this one, right, if you want to find out further, you can visit our website, go through, or you contact our client investment specialist to understand further on this part. Okay. And then, as I said, right, that's not my example on the funds. Okay. But we suggest every time you go on a portfolio, I believe today all the speakers, even the last section, they suggest go on a portfolio. So we have a portfolio simulator tool in our platform where you can pick those funds, okay, based on our recommended fund, and then you can design your own, construct your own portfolio. Before you invest, you can add-ons, allocate certain percentage, and you can see the returns. This is a back-tested return. You can go up to 10 years, okay? So you can do the testing, and also you can see the volatility of your portfolio. okay, based on their past performance. So this one will make you understand that, oh, I take this much of risk to earn this much of return. But again, this is not the future returns, but this is just for your reference.
So, to wrap up today, we learned about how important it is as an investor to have an investment selling strategy. And we learn also the concept of rebalancing to make sure that your investment goals are aligned. And also, just like you shared, some helpful tools and tips we can use in implementing this rebalancing strategy.
Yes, right. So overall, I can suggest that what is the power of rebalancing is will be you make you as an investor with a well-informed decisions and all, right? You can be do a disciplined approach for your portfolio. Okay. The second one will be your risk management. Return probably is a fund managers or maybe the fund they will do, but risk management of yourself will be done by yourself already. So this one will be very helpful for you to do that. And the third one will be all over the time will improve your performance. So this is towards your journey to your creating your wealth, right? And then also this one systematically will allow you to schedule consistent reviews. Yeah.
Okay, Mark, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for sharing this tip on rebalancing. And I hope everyone in the audience will benefit from our sharing session today. And we look forward all of you guys in our next FSMOne event. Thank you very much, everyone.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone.